Hey there everybody, friendly Neighborhood Webhead here, and today I'm going to discuss some very interesting things that have surfaced recently regarding Kingdom Hearts 3. And it's in terms of the voice actors. Not one, not two, but three voice actors that have done work for the series. Well, they've said some pretty interesting things which we'll go over right now. So then, let's begin. Okay, so first off, we have Jim Cummings. As you all know, he is the man who voices Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, and Pete, all characters that have appeared in the Kingdom Hearts series before. Recently at a convention, and I think it was 3 months ago maybe, he was in a Q&A event, and people were asking him what's the process for recording lines for the Kingdom Hearts series. Well, he went on to explain and, talk about the different aspects of how the voice recording procedure goes. And then someone asked him about Kingdom Hearts 3, and he said that he had recorded all of his lines. And, well, that took us all by surprise because we didn't expect him to say something like that. So yeah, according to his words, he finished his lines. And that's something very interesting. Also, something that I find very interesting is a recent article that KH13 member Tuminator posted regarding Bill Farmer, the voice actor for Goofy. And, well, remember that whole situation when Bill Farmer had stated that, Kingdom Hearts 3 was going to come out last year, only for Square Enix to step in and say, no, this is some misunderstanding. We're sorry for the confusion, but no, the game's not coming out this year. Okay, so that all happened last year, and that was, a very big, giant fiasco. But then, just recently, there was this podcast, 2 Men and a Mouse, and the guy that was interviewing Bill Farmer, was asking him about the procedure of, how voice work is done for the game, and, how he interprets Goofy, how he approaches the character. And when he was asked about Kingdom Hearts 3, he had said that the game he was referring to in his tweet last year was indeed Kingdom Hearts 3, and that he's been recording his lines for Goofy for the game for quite a few years now. And that's something that's very interesting to hear from him, because quite a few years, that's something. So, I just find it very curious, that apparently the game he was referencing last year was indeed Kingdom Hearts 3. But, right now he does not know when the game's coming out. But, he claims that he has been doing voice work for Goofy, for a few years. And well, he is not the only voice actor that's apparently doing, more voice work. Apparently there is one more. And that one more person turns out to be Steve Burton, the voice actor who does the voice of Cloud Strife, a character from Final Fantasy VII who appears in the Kingdom Hearts series. And this was, I saw this today in KH13.com, and when I read the article, I was like, what? Because, okay, there was this tweet a fan made on Twitter asking him if he has done any work for Kingdom Hearts 3 recently, and then he replies saying that he's going to be recording something in a few weeks, and that he'll let people know. And that is a very exciting prospect, because this could possibly mean that Cloud Strife is going to appear in Kingdom Hearts 3. And that's a very exciting prospect. And, this already makes 3 voice actors related to the series who claim that they're, doing voice work. And, it's not even, it's all, relatively close. These little reports that we've been receiving on the voice actors, they haven't been too far apart. We've gotten them fairly recently. And, it's something that intrigues me and excites me because, well, that probably means that voice work for Kingdom Hearts 3 is well underway. And that's a very, very exciting prospect. I don't know about you, but if this turns out to be the case that, voice work is, somewhere near completion, well, that is very, very awesome. Okay, so I know that, I can't take into account what the voice actors say, because while they may be working on the game, we can't be sure if they're really working on Kingdom Hearts 3, because Well, Square Enix is extremely secretive when it comes to their games, and, they probably give little to no information to the voice actors so that they don't spoil anything, to the public, so that they don't expose anything too early. So, okay, while I know that we have to take this with a grain of salt, there's that fanboy in me that really, really hopes that voice acting is nearing completion. Well, I actually have a theory, and it goes something like this. Okay, so my thoughts on this are that voice acting for the game is probably being done on par with development. Okay, you're probably asking what that means, so I'll explain. Okay, so just picture this. Nomura, and his working crew in Square Enix, well, okay, they focus on refining the gameplay, refining the enemy AI, refining the graphics, doing everything they can to make the game as perfect as possible. And while they're doing that, Roy Conley, a few of the Disney people and another few people of Square Enix are working separately with the cutscene department, and and they're recording dialogue, recording the scenes as they go, and that way the game goes on par in terms of development, gameplay-wise and development story-wise. And that's something that I find very possible. And if this is the case, then I'm really hoping that Leonard Nimoy was able to voice his lines as Master Xehanort before passing away. And well, if that's not the case, well, that'd be sad, but if it were, oh my god, it would be so surreal to hear Leonard Nimoy's voice just one more time. But yeah, that's just a fanboy's dream. I can't help but dream, And also, one more thing that I'd like to add is that Square Enix hasn't said absolutely anything in regards to Jim Cummings, Bill Farmer's, and Steve Burton's remarks, because last year, when Bill Farmer was talking about Kingdom Hearts 3, about its release and whatnot, Square Enix quickly came in and, they just said, no, the game's not coming out and nothing has been done yet. So, okay, Square Enix intervened early. But this year, like I said, with the comments that these voice actors have made, Square Enix hasn't said anything. And I can't help but hope that maybe this means that voice acting is at a pretty, fair stage in development, and dare I say, maybe near completion. And well, Nomura did, after all, say at the beginning of this year that this year is a very important, stage for Kingdom Hearts 3's development. So hopefully that means, that voice acting is pretty much, almost done. But I don't know. That's just me hoping. So for all I know, I could be wrong. But then again, what do I know? So yeah, this is all very interesting, very intriguing, and it has my interest peaked. Because, well, right now we're in the middle of dry season in terms of Kingdom Hearts news. But it seems that we're getting a little tidbits of news slowly but surely. It seems that we're building up towards something. And considering that this month is Kingdom Hearts' 14th anniversary, then, maybe since, it's the 14th anniversary month, well, maybe Square Enix will treat us to a little special something regarding Kingdom Hearts news. That'd be pretty awesome. But anyways, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that voice acting for the game has begun, in the middle, or maybe it's at its end? Whatever you think, please make sure, to speak your mind. Just let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please make sure to subscribe. But anyways, this has been Friendly Neighborhood Webhead, signing out.